Hello and welcome to the Daily Forex Report for May 31st. We are looking at the U.S.-Japanese yen pair. This pair surged to the downside today, had a pretty large range on it. We are looking for it overall to continue moving lower. However, on a reversal, could head up to 79.46, possibly as low as 77.54. Look for some resistance around 78.86 and look for some support around 78.00. Now let's take a look at the Euro-USD pair. This pair pretty much closed even, just a pip down or so, still moving down. Look for it to potentially go as high and hit resistance around 124.95, possibly moving down and hitting support around 12300. Now the pound-US dollar pair, this pair moved to the downside as well. We are looking for it to continue in that direction. However, on a reversal, possibly moving up to 155.75, possibly moving down to 52.68. Look for some resistance to come into the market around 155.25 and look for some support around 153.50. Now the US Swiss, this pair closed just barely up, looking for it to continue to the upside, possibly moving up and hitting some resistance around 0.9750 and possibly heading down and hitting some support around 0.9650. Okay, as far as news announcements go, we do have a few news announcements going into tomorrow's session. We have at 8:30 a.m. Eastern the gross domestic product for Canada being released. They're showing a slight increase from 1.6% up to 1.9%, which would be good news for the Canadian dollar. Then at 8:30 a.m. For the U.S., we have the non-farm payroll being released. Consensus on that is that it's moved higher from 115K up to 150K, so fairly large jump. Definitely keep an eye on that. Showing unemployment rate holding at 8.1%. Then at 10 o'clock Eastern, we have 10 a.m. Eastern, we have the U.S. SMI manufacturing for May, showing a slight drop from 54.8 down to 53.8. Now, what am I looking for during this next session? Well, I'm still looking for the Euro-USD to move lower. It did come into contact with previous. Let me zoom out even further. If you notice, we have some areas of support here. If we tag the low, you can see that it tagged today the low here. That's why we found support in that area during today's session. You can see that it was resistance here, and we should see it. We saw it kind of stall there today. It closed even, went up, went down, but closed even. So I do still anticipate it moving lower. If we look at the month time frame and really back out a very long ways, we can see that we're still down here. Trend line that's 1, 2, 3 been hit 3 times. Nowhere near that. Even if you draw a trend line across these 2 months, still a ways from that. So I believe a break of today's session. Let me zoom back in. Kind of different, I know. I do believe that a close below this session's low, looking to go short on that one and look for it to come on down several pips. I do believe if we break through that, we should get another strong day. Seems like every day we have a smaller range day, then we have a larger range day that very next day, or at least within a day or two. So I could see us hitting, getting into the 122.55 or 50 mark by the end of tomorrow's session. I hope that helps, and until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.